Chuck and Marty are on. Oh,
hey, you, come on, sit down. You're sitting at the grown-ups table. I'm your host, Jesse Pimpinella, and as always, my partner in crime,
John Jacobs.
Thank you so much, and a happy Wednesday to you, and happy spooky season.
Ooh.
We are very excited for tonight's show. Tonight, we're going to be talking about rewriting a horror movie ending. Not just any horror movie, some of the greatest horror movies that have ever been written, according to the website Screen Rant. Now, if you would like us to rewrite a horror movie by your request, then all you need to do is comment, suggest that movie, and we will talk about it. And we want to see the comment section light up as we rewrite some of the greatest horror movie endings of our time. Now, before we start, make sure you like and subscribe, all right? It's very important to let the algorithm know that you love us and we love you, and we will spread our love everywhere. And number two, this, just so you guys know, new episodes of At the Grounds Table, reruns will premiere Thursday on YouTube. But get this, everybody. Are you guys ready for this? It will also premiere on Monday on Roku TV.
Oh, my God. We're going to be on Roku.
Roku TV. My channel, Jesse Pimpinella TV, will host one episode a week of the latest episode of At the Grown-Ups Table, all right? So some may say this might be the number one hit of the channel, all right? So make sure you do check that out. More to come, and you'll see that right here on our Facebook page.
Love is got all the links shared, ready to go, Jesse.
Love is a pretty strong word. It indeed is a strong word. It really is, Bill. Bill's out there killing it, guys. If you guys are going to see Bill Stone, make sure you do yourself a favor. Buy yourself a ticket. Tell him I sent you. My name dropping won't mean anything. Trust me. It's like everybody was like, oh, you know Jesse? You pay double. No. Bill is a great guy. Make sure you go check him out. First-time listener, first-time caller. Bill, that's what I like about you, man. Well, maybe we'll have to get you as a first-time guest on here. We'll talk later about that. Message me later tonight. We'll talk. But anyway, so let's get right down to it, folks. Let's get right into what we need to talk about. Let's talk about rewriting a horror movie ending. So we'll start with the movie that we already want to talk about. And like I said, if you guys want us to rewrite something, you just comment it, and we will do it. But right now, let's kick it off. We're going to talk about the ending rewrite for Freddy versus Jason.
Yep.
So an ending rewrite. Well, so you guys know, just as a spoiler alert, like many comic books, when two heroes fight, they always try to come up with a tie to some nature. In this case, they don't kill each other. Jason walks out of the water holding Freddy's head. It looks like Freddy had lost, but Freddy gives us a little wink to let us know he's still alive. And that's how the movie ends. The fight scene in that movie was climactically awesome. I thought
it was great.
So real quickly, I will say the two highlights of the movie are, A, great reason for them to fight. I thought it was an excellent reason to bring them together. I'm not going to spoil everything, or I don't have time to talk about that because we're talking about endings, not plots. And number two, fight scene was great. John, so let's talk about this ending. What is up with it, and why do we need to change it? What's up? What are we going to do?
Real quick, though, Bill Stone, first-time caller, first-time viewer, first-time listener, first-timer, recommended Jaws. So guess what? We're doing that next, buddy.
We'll do that next. Thank you for the suggestion. All right.
So Freddy versus Jason. Like, this is the movie everybody wanted, and we liked it. Like, I mean, it was good, right? I mean, early 2000s. I had a huge crush on Monica Keena from Dawson's Creek anyways. So when I found out she was in this movie, I was like, oh, hell yeah.
John,
she's the final girl. I was like, oh, my God.
He's having wet dreams.
I mean, I was 20. I was past the wet dreams, man.
But anyway,
so we were all really excited. Everybody went to see it. Everybody loved the movie, thought it was great. So did I. But the ending, like, I understand the ambiguity and that you make it up because you love both of these characters, and you can't really pick one or the other to win. But it's just like Batman versus Superman. I mean, do we really need that? Because we all love Batman. We all love Superman. I don't really know if I want a declared winner or loser.
Wait.
And shut up, Batman fan.
No, I got the ending. Before we lose it,
I got the Kryptonite Gauntlets.
I got the ending. Here it is. Freddy is about, okay, so Jason's about to stab Freddy through the throat and kill him, and he's going to be dead forever. And then he says, save Pamela, must save Pamela. And Jason's like, why'd you say that name? Boom, there you go.
Okay, now you're on to something. So we have the Pamela ending, right?
Yes!
Okay, so look, we got to break this down. Both of these are supernatural characters, but Freddy Krueger is like physically not there anymore. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, he's dead. They killed his ass. Like, he's fucking dead. Like, his body is gone. He's like dead. So he lives in your dreams. So if he's going to physically manifest somehow in the real world to fight Jason, who's dead, but his body is still here and it keeps coming back due to supernatural things, I feel like the logical conclusion would have been for Freddy Krueger to win, because Freddy Krueger wins, possesses Jason's body, and now Jason is Freddy Krueger who keeps coming back to kill people.
Interesting. That is a very interesting ending. And it does line up with a lot of the already mythos that was created in the franchise actually very early on. I mean, because there's one where Freddy was trying to possess the one kid, and then Jason was body hopping the one movie. So no, that actually works very well.
Well, I mean, you know, like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has a love-hate relationship with the fans. I love it because I always have, and there's a fantastic documentary about that film that I highly recommend everybody watch. It's a great documentary.
Is it called Scream Queens?
No, it's you're gonna make me look it up now. Now you threw me off. I lost my train of thought.
There's one about the star of the movie. That's why. The guy who plays Jesse. So that's why I wasn't sure if it was that one. So sorry about that. Anyways, so that's what that for me, if I had to be serious in how I would rewrite the ending.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It is called Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street. It's an amazing documentary. I highly recommend anybody who loves horror or the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, definitely watch it. But let's go back now to our ending rewrite. So do you have a different proposition, or do we want to go with the one that I brought up?
I like yours. I don't think mine will be as good as yours. Because I don't want to make an ending where it's obvious that Ash Wednesday shows up, or you know what I mean? Because I mean, not Ash Wednesday, sorry, Ash Williams. Sorry, I kept messing up. Because everybody knows that there was supposed to be a sequel, but it was made into a comic book instead because franchises and rights they couldn't.
Yeah, it was hard to bring that movie together. So
I'm going to avoid the obvious and not do that. So I just want to make sure. So in case any Evil Dead fans are like, come on, you left that on the table. No, I know I left it on the table. We're going to leave it there because the comic book gave us that sequel. Now, what I would do with this is I would have it so that they actually do a little bit of a team up on the kids. I think that would have been interesting. That would have been the worst case scenario. These kids plan to have these two giants kill each other, and all of a sudden they're like, no, fucking, we're going to do this. And then it becomes them trying to kill Jason and Freddy at the same time.
Especially that nerdy kid that was like trying to bang Kelly Rollins the whole time. Like, what was he doing, man?
The whole time. Or the Jason Mewes ripoff the entire movie.
Oh yeah, didn't he die too? Didn't he get like cut in half or his head cut off or something? I forget what happened.
Freddy possessed him. So
that's right. That's right. It's been a hot second since I've watched it. So
it's one of my favorite movies because I mean, when it comes to bringing two villains together or two major characters, this was a good way to do it. And I liked your ending. So let's go with your ending.
What if we take that though, and we take it a step further, and we do World's Finest? Only it's Jason and Freddy, and they team up and just conquer the world by murdering everybody.
That would be very
opposite of what Batman and Superman did.
Look at that, an Ohio boy and a Jersey boy coming together, man. I'm all down for that right there. Because like Freddy pretty much he could travel anywhere. Freddy could be anywhere, any point, anytime, anywhere, because he's a ghost. He's essentially a ghost. And Jason, no matter how you want to argue it, you can argue one way, you can argue another way. He's a Necronomicon. He's a demon from the
Yeah,
Evil
I mean,
Dead.
well, he might have been a human at one point that
Oh,
was
he was
then
definitely
possessed
human.
by a demon, and that demon
Yep.
just refuses to leave that body for like
Yes,
what, like 50 years now, and he's still chilling in that body. Like,
pretty
bro,
much.
don't you want to move on to somebody like Rich and who's not like slimy and decomposing? I don't know. I mean,
Pretty
I'd
much.
rather, if I was a demon, I'd want to possess somebody like Rich and powerful, not fucking Jason Voorhees laying at the bottom of the lake.
But think about the legend and the fear that you have worked up for it. You don't want to jump to another body. You have to work it all the way up. You know. But anyways, so besides the point, that's what we're going with that.
Hey, put up Reggie's comment real quick. There it is. We will totally give you a Mike Epps cameo at the end of that, Reggie. You're on.
All right. Okay, so let's why don't we jump? Oh, wait, how do you? Oh yeah,
We're doing
we can
Jaws.
just say he shows up. We don't have to actually give. Do we want to give Mike Epps a something to do?
I mean, he could just show up and say a bunch of funny shit like he usually does, and
Done.
dude, that'd be perfect.
Done. All
Give
right.
us some like cliche funny thing to say at the end, and then it roll credits.
I like it.
But we have to have a mid-credit scene that shows Freddy and Jason sitting at the Resolute desk in the Oval Office with their feet kicked up on it. And maybe like the Secret Service all dead around it. I hope the FBI is not watching this, but you know.
No, obviously we're talking about two fictitious characters. So yeah. Wait, what's this? Are you suggesting Jason should prestige?
Yes. Jason needs to prestige. Nigel, thank you for saving that. That's exactly what needs to happen. Jason has been ready to prestige for like 30 years. Let the man do it. There it is. There it is.
So the little girl, it's going to be his mother's head. That's why he's doing it.
Okay. So let's move on to Bill Stone's suggestion. Now, guys, as you're watching live, comment what movie you want a rewrite ending for. We're going to jump over to Bill Stone, who recommended Jaws. So we're going to rewrite this. And I think that'll be pretty easy to rewrite the ending for Jaws, right?
Quint fucks the shark. That's it. That's
Whoa.
Dude.
Whoa. So you literally just jumped the shark right there.
Pretty much. I did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go to like bestiality. Like, I think it would be hard to stick your dick in a shark, but
yeah. Let's just face it. I mean,
unless you're like fucking the blowhole thing, then it might work. I don't know.
Dude, sharks don't have blowholes.
Oh yeah.
The whale. So you put more thought into this than I just did. So
I mean, I'm just going with aquatic. Yes, I realize there are mammals that live in the ocean, and a shark is not a mammal. I think.
No, somebody.
No, yeah, I didn't think so. I get it. I'm just trying to be funny. I didn't know we were going to need to be like biologically correct on this. Okay. Plus, I'm drinking some Woodford Reserve, and it's really good after a hard day's work.
Okay, so no, I mean, okay, so
seriousness. Back to Jaws. We're not fucking blowholes. Back to Jaws.
Seriousness.
Van Damme.
Van Damme. Okay, all right. So I think to rewrite the ending, I thought Quint. I wanted him to live. I mean, he had to die because he was just a man who was going to die by the sea. But let's say Quint lives, okay, and he gets his glory, okay. What if everybody else dies, right? Brody dies, the rich kid dies, and this guy, he's just looking at the shark like, I didn't survive. I didn't survive that Indianapolis thing where we're all in the water getting chewed up just to die by this one shark. I just see like he has almost like he like jumps onto the fin and starts stabbing it right into the gills.
Okay. I like where you're going. What is he stabbing it with? Because I'm not aware of any weapons he had on him when he was about to get eaten.
I no, he gets away. I'm gonna say he gets away, or Brody tries to pull him up, but then Brody falls, but he catches his grip. You're like, no, mate, no, Chief, no, like whatever the hell happened.
Yeah, Chief. There you go. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm following. Now,
I think having the guy who has less to live for survive is heartbreaking. Because Brody leaves behind a family. The other guy leaves behind what's his name? Dreyfus leaves behind a family because he comes from a rich family. But just a guy.
He ain't married with kids. Come on, man.
He comes from a rich family. So obviously,
who cares? Fuck him.
GQ will be crying about his death for a month.
They all have like New England old money. Nobody gives a shit about that anymore. Come on.
All right, real quickly.
Okay.
Quint did have weird vibes for Bruce the Shark, in my opinion. See, it could be possible.
Okay. I mean, Michael's not wrong. Okay.
It was Moby Dick, except Ishmael had a boner.
Ooh, Nigel. Nigel should have been on this show today. We should have had him.
Yep.
That right there might be the whole comment of the night. So, okay. Here we go. The shark doesn't blow up. The shark gets away. Quint lives. And then 30 years later, he's out touring the ocean with his wife, and they're about to go do a scuba diving excursion. And they go scuba diving, and they pop up, and the whole boat is gone. And now he is stuck with he and his wife in the middle of the open water. And when it's about to happen and they're about to drop their weight and accept their fate that they're going to be eaten by the sharks, fucking Jaws comes up and has his revenge.
Oh my God. I like this. That's a cold ending.
So hopefully you catch on that Quint dies. Regardless, the dude is dead. He cannot live. He has to die. He's that like crazy old man that hangs out at the dock that just happens to have this boat, but it sucks, but he still has a boat. And he's like rough around the edges and he's like drinking a lot, but then he's like still getting shit done. And then he's like the father figure to other people and he's like the mentor to other people. Like this man has to die. He cannot live. He's living too many lives here. He's got to go. So if Jaws isn't going to kill him, then let's kill him in open water 30 years later. Cheers.
There you go. So cheers to that. Now, real quick, Bill brought up the fact that Quint had a machete.
And, was it on him, though, when Jaws
I don't think it was on him, but I think he would have got it later.
Oh, okay.
See, look, he even agrees. He wants that cloaca. Everybody knows it.
Man, you guys are weird, man. Like, if you're fucking animals, like, why would you go with a shark, man?
Because you got to understand.
You got to understand what? That's dangerous. Your dick might get ripped off. Like, dude, what is happening here?
Quint lives and dies by the shark tooth, all right?
I mean, but not with his penis, man. Like, that's a different story.
Do you think any woman could satisfy Quint more than him shark hunting?
Absolutely.
No.
No. You get that 50-year-old bar hag that's got like tan, leathery skin, bleach blonde hair with black roots, smokes a pack of cigarettes in 4 hours. Like, that's his chick. He's going to go home and fuck the hell out of that chick and then not call her in the morning. That's the kind of guy Quint is in the sack.
You know why she won't call her? He won't call her? Because she wasn't worth the shark.
Man.
He wasn't worth it like the shark is. He'll keep going after the shark, but he'll throw that woman to the side because you know what? Not worth it.
We're getting too deep.
Okay. Anyways. Okay, so we'll table the conversation to another show, but basically, agree to disagree. Holy shit! Looks like hold on a second. What we got here?
Oh, here we go. What's he got? This
Quint
one
kills the shark, sits down, eats shark steaks for the next few years, and gets to be 600 pounds. And with his final meal choice, chokes on a fish bone and technically is killed by Jaws.
Okay, so there's a second recommendation where Jaws kills Quint. Like this is great. This is so great.
He dies
now, we had our next movie recommendation is from Nigel, and Nigel has recommended Blair Witch Project.
Ooh.
It was so just squatters
chasing people away.
Now, hold on, Nigel. Did you see the second one? Which, I mean, it wasn't terrible. Yeah, it could have been better, and they certainly did some things that I was like, "What are you doing with this?" But there were a couple things that were really cool, and they kind of addressed the house and the inhabitants. So, Nigel, go watch the second one, not the Book of Shadows second one. God, that movie is so fucking dumb, and my wife loves it, and I don't know why. I'm talking about the sequel to Blair Witch that came out several years ago, but it's not Book of Shadows. It's a recent sequel. They made a video game from it and everything. So Blair Witch, let's go ahead and do the. You need to update the banner, man.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Slacking.
I'm
So
slacking.
I'll start talking. So Blair Witch, we're out in the woods. The witch is hunting us. Kids start disappearing. We end up stumbling upon the house at night, and we go into the house to save Josh, and we end up standing in the corner. Someone gets hit in the head, and the movie's over. And then a year later, or whatever it is, we find the footage in the backpack in a tree stump that could never been touched with human hands. And so that's essentially our Blair Witch ending. So Jesse, I want you to start us off with providing this rewrite, because even though I thought the ending was cool, especially in the theater, like I saw this opening night in the theater when it released. So it was a big deal. First found footage movie, theater was packed, everybody was pumped. They made up all that fake shit that people thought was real and started talking about documentaries that never existed. I literally had somebody come up to me and be like, "Did you see that on TV?" And I was like, "No, it's not real." But anyway, so yeah, I mean, it was a whole thing. Like those guys were amazing at marketing. But anyways, start us off with the rewrite ending, because we're going to rewrite this ending. Standing in the corner was kind of lame.
Yeah, no, standing in the corner was like, I think instead of standing, you know what? Let me put it this way: instead of the standing in the corner, turns around, right? Turns around, and I want like some sort of like cryptic, like monologue. I think it'd be like something like
a monologue when they're like chasing after their friend and everyone's screaming and they're in this house. You want a monologue?
I want a monologue. You asked me what my ending. Like, okay, like a monologue that drags it, like, because the ending is real fast paced. It's just
it's boom, 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 it's over.
Then you see him in the corner, right? And then all of a sudden it just slows down. Like there's something just hypnotically drawn to the person when they turn around. They give it this like cryptic, like, you know, you came to look for the Blair Witch. You know, you were
looking. Look at that bullshit comment Shep just put up there.
What?
Look at that shit.
All them
no, sir, false. That second Book of Shadows movie was hot garbage, though.
I think some sort of like, just like you hear the camera and then the camera slowly zooming on her face, on the person's face, but then all of a sudden you hear a violent noise and the camera drops, and that's it.
But that's technically what happened.
It is, but like I'm making it better. I'm making the ending better.
That's what happened. She's looking at the guy and gets hit, and the camera drops.
I wanted some conversation. I wanted something. I felt like it ended abruptly. I literally
like
was to make sure my internet didn't buffer. Okay, fine. Quentin shows up and has sex with the shark. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
In the Blair Witch, how is the shark living outside of the water?
Yeah, well, you know what? The shark is amazing. That's why.
Okay, so
what do you want?
So look, to get a good Blair Witch ending, we don't need to necessarily see the Blair Witch, but there has to be more than just totems and people saying they see. What is that? What is that? What is that? We don't need to see the fucking witch, but we need to see the witch. Homeboy's standing in the corner. That's fine. Heather rolls up to him. His name's not Josh. Josh is the other guy they got taken. I forget his name. We'll call him Bill, the kid in the flannel shirt. I forget what his name is. They use their real names in the movie, which I thought was actually pretty cool. So Heather sees him standing in the corner. She comes up and she's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And he turns around and has that crazy look in his eye. And he's like, "I've been waiting for you." And they fuck. You know what? That's very interesting you said that. Because then Nigel says, this is going to be a common theme. Because here's the... Here's the comments we got. No, it's not a theme, I swear. It's not a theme. Here's what happened. Okay, so Nigel says that my monologue should be meth-fueled ramblings, which that would be awesome. But anyways, Shep says they get a side view of the kid in the corner. He's getting a blowing from the Blair Witch. Surprise, and starts 70 poor music. Boom, chicka, bow, bow. And then Nigel goes, they have sex with the Blair Witch. See, I'm not the only one that was thinking that, okay? 3 other people were.
Yep. So I guess everybody's just fucking having sex with this Blair Witch.
But so it's like a parody. It's like the Blair Witch, but it's like the Blair cock. And then they like fuck at the end, right?
The Blair Witch cock.
Oh, there it is. I think you got it. The Blair Witch cock. There it is, sir.
Okay.
There
oh God, this show's becoming about porn parodies now. This is
we'll get off of that. I swear.
Okay. Well, speaking of cock, that brings us to our next movie. Actually,
there's a bunch of suggestions being thrown out now. I want to make sure we don't miss any. Of course, he picks the only fucking movie I don't watch. He did that on purpose.
So
I said it. You did it on purpose.
So I'll do this one. So
I got an opinion.
An alternative ending
anymore. And look, the reason I don't watch The Extras, for people who don't know, is that my birth father did not make good decisions in life. And one of those not good decisions was thinking John at 5 years old was ready to handle The Exorcist. So that's like the only movie in existence I won't watch. And look, I've seen it plenty of times. I've watched it with all the people in my life that I needed to watch it with, and I'm good. That's it. Like, I don't need to keep watching this movie. It's like the only one I don't watch. But we'll come up with a great ending. So, Jesse, you lead us off. So our original ending is, and I forget his name, up and coming priest jumps on Regan and begs the demon to possess him and leave her, and the demon possesses him, and then he dives out the fucking window.
Wait, I got one.
Oh, my wife has one real quickly.
The priest throws Regan down the steps.
The priest throws Regan down the steps.
Okay, so Sarah, you have to continue. What happens when
she happens next, Sarah?
Like, are we going to go down? Like, is this going to turn into a Lifetime movie where she has to explain the bruise on her eye and she fell down the stairs and hit her eye on a doorknob?
And dies, and fucking Pazuzu goes into the priest anyways.
Wow, that's pretty dark.
I didn't hear what you said.
So basically, she says that. Dimitri, the priest, throws Regan out the window.
No, she said throw Regan down the stairs.
Throws Regan out the window. She freaking dies. She just dies at the bottom.
Okay.
Pazuzu gets free, but Pazuzu's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to go into Dimitri anyways. And the movie ends the exact same way, just more tragic.
So we have the same ending. The only difference is Regan gets thrown out of the window and dies.
Yep.
So then do we have...
Oh, no. Dimitri lives. So Dimitri just lives.
It's just a demonic priest.
A demonic priest.
And then wait, no, I'm not going to say that.
So basically, we just have a demonic priest now, and Pazuzu is like, he kind of like walks away from this like Silence of the Lambs, like when he calls Clarice, like, I'm having an old friend for dinner.
No, usual suspect.
Okay,
usual suspect.
Interesting. Okay,
walks away.
Okay. So do we get like a Usual Suspects ending where he like stops walking all crazy and then he's really a cool guy and hops in a convertible with a chick and they drive away?
Exactly. That's
okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're throwing down here. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyways, I put in. I just accidentally hit Shark Kaweka. Didn't mean to hit that. Sorry, guys. Let me go back to. Where is it? Where's The Exorcist? There it is. Okay, we're back.
Okay, so I like where Sarah's going with this. Okay. Because Regan dying to me makes a whole lot more sense, but I want something more impressive to happen with the demon. Like, can he split in two via mitosis and infect the old priest and the mom, and then they fuck, and then they make a new like demon baby, and then that infects somebody else, and then it turns into like AIDS or something?
And then their baby grows up, and then we have a Damien versus Exorcist movie.
Now you're talking. Now this is the new matchup movie. Where was this 25, 30 years ago?
There you go.
There it is.
Did John watch
what?
The Grudge versus the Ring?
Did you watch? Okay, so quick side note, because the show got a little derailed. Yeah. She was asking if you watched the Grudge versus Ring movie.
There's a Grudge versus Ring movie?
We had this exact conversation.
It's on Shudder. Anybody who wants to watch it, it's on Shudder. It's a real movie. It's not an American movie. It's great. That's all you need to know.
I hate The Ring, though.
I hate The Ring too. This movie, let me put it this way: this movie was just so parody-like entertaining, and that's why I like it.
Is it like the little boy that was abused in the first Grudge movie or whatever?
Him fighting the ring chick.
No.
And it wasn't like a Scary Movie parody or something? This is like a real
Well, it wasn't
thing?
a parody. I just felt like it was just a parody, but it wasn't. It was a real movie.
No, because they had Kayako in the movie, so it was the little boy and the Grudge.
Kayako and the Grudge, they both fought.
Interesting.
Yep. But anyways, let's get back to Exorcist. So, yeah, no, I think Damien versus Exorcism movie. That would be very
down.
interesting.
I'm here for that, especially because like Damien's mom would be wanting to do everything for him, and so he could like call that on as like a side piece to like do extra shit. Like, who the fuck is Zizor or whatever the demon from Exorcist name is? What is he gonna do? He's got nobody. He's got no backup. Nothing. I mean, he can move drawers. He can puke on people. Okay, but the puke doesn't kill you. So what's the problem? You just wipe it off. Good to go.
There you go. That's it.
Now, I feel like though that we're missing an opportunity here to bring Jesus into the equation, because I mean,
John, I've been saying that for many years. We've been missing this opportunity. Brandy's show to bring Jesus into this.
We have, because she fucked herself with the crucifix. So I feel like what's up guy Jesus needs to make an appearance, and then Zizor and Jesus can fight it out to see who wins. We might have lost some viewers with that comment, but that's okay.
That's fine. It's okay. It's horror movies. Guys, this is going to be very distasteful, especially, but I don't feel like it because I see the comment section on my end. So I
really want to see like Jesus materialize and Zizor come out of Reagan, and then Jesus and Zizor fight.
There you go. But I don't know why, but can it be shot the same way that the Megazord fought the monster at the end of every Power Rangers?
Like, dude, are you still like Jesus
knocking
buildings like
transform
down? Like things would connect to him and be like, holy leg, holy arm, holy brain. God, Jesus, and like, wow, and like have all these sounds and flashing lights and shit.
I guess I was thinking more like Ultraman, but yeah, that's even better.
The Ultraman, they just grow. So
yeah.
Be like, grow Jesus, like my penis, grow.
Oh no, okay.
You do that pose where Ultraman grows and he's like this. It's like, yeah.
Yep. All right. So, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. So that's the missed opportunity. Where is fucking Jesus in The Exorcist? They say his name. He don't make no fucking appearance, though.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. Materialize that motherfucker, and let's get some real shit going on then.
All right. So let's go to the comment section and talk about how they want to improve The Exorcist ending.
Oh, here we go.
Nigel thinks this can improve any movie. In which the Ghostbusters show up and capture the monster with the proton pack.
Yeah, I like it.
That's pretty much. All right. How do you pronounce that word? I'm so fucking stupid. What's that?
Dentrifying bangs the demon out of Reagan, gains pedophile status, and Chris Hansen shows up to interview him and call the cops. So, Shep, you left out one most important thing. When Chris Hansen's there, he has to look at him and say, why don't you take a seat right over here? Right over here. And then when Zizor sits down, he's looking all nervous, Chris Hansen's like, what are you doing here? Oh, nothing. I'm just trying to penetrate this little girl. And nothing at all. I didn't mean any harm. I wasn't going to do anything. Just coming to talk. Really?
Did you bring
condoms and Mike's Hard Lemonade? Well, yeah, I always have those on me, though.
Yeah, I just came from the Middle East in America the first time.
Oh, yeah? Well, I just happen to have this chat transcript right here. Said some pretty sick shit, man.
What else that? I own a copy of the Gingerman Man versus Evil Bong because I'm a bad person inside. So see, there's
movie, Nigel. We've had that conversation before. It's a great movie.
All right. Oh, that's that. Ooh, here we go. Damien and Reagan have Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, there we go. Okay. But we still need to bring Jesus into this. Like, why can't Jesus and Damien fuck to have Rosemary's Baby?
What the hell?
Because he's got the power, man.
Okay. Now, he's got. Did you just He-Man this? I have the power.
Reagan has no power. She is a mortal human that simply was possessed. Damien, on the other hand, has fucking power. Bring that Jesus power and fight fucking Damien. I want to see like Jesus like hit his chest like this and all this like God armor materializes on him.
God.
Like Iron Man, like the portable suit, like I want to see that.
Okay. All right. Hold on for one. Let's see. All right. Speaking of which, John, you're not far off. That could happen. There's this movie, Bringing Karate Jesus from Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Oh, I know a movie I'll be watching really, really soon. Holy shit, Nigel! Thank you, sir.
Yep, I think it's on Tubi. Just to give you
even better, even better,
right? Yeah. So okay. So I think we nailed it on.
Yep. Let's go through the comments. Let's see what's next.
I got one already.
Okay. And we'll try not to end it with somebody fucking, because I don't want that to be the theme, even though that does seem to be the hot theme tonight.
Yes, it is. Everybody wants someone to fuck.
Let's be honest. What do people do? They have sex, they eat, and they sleep. Like, if you have those three things, you're good. So those are going to come up in conversation.
Rewrite the ending to Teeth for me.
Okay, so full disclosure, I haven't seen Teeth. I fully understand what it's about. I haven't seen it, so I don't have a frame of reference for this one.
I got this one. All
right, Jesse, I'm gonna let you solo this, man. Convince me and Shep on your rewrite. And it's okay to spoil it. This movie's like 20 years old. It's not gonna hurt my feelings if somebody spoils it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say, okay, so I'm not sure if my ending is extending the ending further or whatnot. But I want somebody to show up and also have the vaginal teeth.
Oh, so we're creating an expanded universe of vaginal teeth people.
Vaginal teeth. Because I feel like I don't want this just to be a one-off. I want this to be
franchise.
Franchise. You know what I mean? Like maybe somebody has been a serial killer doing this. And now she's like, you got talents. It kind of recruits her like the villain from Dr. Sleep, who is recruiting people to be part of her little cult. In this case, it's vaginal teeth cult.
So do the dudes get like teeth in their assholes or on their dick hole, or is this just exclusively for the vages?
What do you mean? Like where they bite?
The teeth.
Yeah, it would bite on the dick.
No, you're missing the point. Do dudes get teeth as well, or is it only the girls that get?
Oh,
teeth?
I get it. That's a good question.
Just let women have it, okay?
Sarah says, "Just let women have this."
Oh no, totally okay with that. But I'm just trying to think on how we could make this more interesting to have some like adversary type here. So maybe like the dicks have an armor that the teeth can't get through. So then the teeth have to like go through some dental upgrade to like chomp through the armor. Through.
You mean like they get new teeth, like the same teeth that Jaws had in that one James Bond movie where it's gold plated?
Dude, now you're talking. Jaws teeth. Now you're talking. See, there's a natural evolution to the teeth. And what I'm saying is the dudes are going to build up a natural immunity. And at some point, those teeth aren't going to be able to bite the dick off anymore.
I like this. So
we tried to stay away from this, and it pulled us right back in. Thanks a lot, Shep.
Well, teeth in its nature is a sexual movie. So I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I want society to accept it as normal and spawn a whole new field of vaginal dentistry.
Nigel, would that be a 2 or a 4-year degree?
Look, Mom, I'm an oral-dontist. Let's do this.
Because I feel like we could get it done in 2 years.
I think it's a 2-year degree. I would
4-year.
Okay, it's a 4-year degree.
You don't have a vagina, so you don't get to set the time period.
Fair enough. I don't have a vagina, so I don't get to set the time period. That's actually a fair assessment.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with Sarah. Fair.
That's fair. How the fuck do you build an immunity?
Nigel, it's called evolution, my friend. It works in crazy ways.
Dude, Charles Darwin would have threw himself off the fucking boat if he found out this is what we're going to be using his findings for.
Look, every time we birth a new generation, those males have stronger and stronger penises.
That's it. All right. Well, so I guess like a weird Viagra, but that also genetically changes your dick a little bit. So it's thick.
Let's really try to get off the dick jokes in
all right,
the last
off the
20
dick
minutes
jokes.
of this.
All right. So right now I don't see any other movie suggestions. In the
I thought there was one more after The Exorcist.
Let's
then
see.
Shep recommended Teeth. Hey, Bill Arundel's watching. What's up, Bill?
So, Bill, no, I think we hit them all. Like,
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
The
so
only
let's
one I
move
see
on.
right now. Let's see. I'm not sure if he's suggesting it or I haven't seen this, which is
Okay. So in all fairness, Shep, we're not going to talk about Murder Set Pieces because Jesse needs to see it. It's not something we can spoil for him. He's just got to see the film. I'll let him borrow it. I have my copy right over there. And then once he watches it, we can do something fun with it. But I don't want to do anything to spoil that film for Jesse or anybody else. If you have not seen the unrated version of Murder Set Pieces, find a copy. The internet is everywhere now. You should be able to eventually find it or buy it or know somebody that can find it for you. Find some 20-year-old kid that's still torrenting. He'll find it for you. But watch this movie. Yeah, nobody torrents anymore, but I know some kids still do.
They do because it's cool. They feel cool.
Well, it's retro for them. And I'm like, you realize 15 years ago, this was our Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But
they're playing on their Game Boy Squares still. So, yeah.
But
or Advanced SP, that's what it was called.
So we won't talk about that until Jesse gets to see it, but I promise you we will. That's one of Shep and I's like one of our favorite films. So, but on Screen Rant's list, we have a good one at number 15, best horror film endings, the original Psycho. How do you rewrite an ending to Psycho?
Dude, that's a rough one. That's a tough way to end it. Like, I mean, you could go with the obvious. And let me put the thing up first.
And that would be what is obvious?
He gets away with it. That motherfucker gets away with it. And he keeps going. Like he kills both guys.
Oh, yeah,
all right, okay. Both characters, and but you also let me change it over time. There we go. So kills Marion, kills Loomis, and then he just he's cleaning up. After murdering him in the house. And then somebody, as he hears the bell, goes down to Bates Motel and like, how can I help you? I need a room tonight. Well, my name is, and he just says, my name is Norman. And then boom, ends.
But that seems anticlimactic because then there's no point in us having watched the film because there's nothing gained from the beginning to the end.
True. That's very true. I mean, again, am I like, so, I mean, how would you end it though?
It's funny that you ask. Oh, Shep.
He had this one. All right.
Well, I didn't have it, but I think Shep's bringing up people banging people's moms. So there, leave Michael's up. So I love this. Michael's in my head right now.
Oh my God. This. You said mine was anticlimactic. This is what you're going to suggest?
Oh, you don't even understand.
Okay,
Jesse.
go for it.
The Fly is everything. The Fly is the lie. The Fly represents the facade. The Fly represents normalcy. And that's the facade because he's not normal. He's two people living in one body. So if he kills the Fly, that means he has fully committed to the sinister portion of himself. And there is no rehab. There is no Psycho 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all the ones they did. He kills the Fly. The cops come in and like, what the fuck are you doing? He says, come at me, bro. And with his bare hands, he rips the heart out of all of the cops. And then he walks out of the police station.
So he pulls a man in black in Halloween 5, murders the whole police department, walks out of there.
Terminator style.
Terminator style. He looks up at the surveillance camera. Oh, wait, it's the 50s. No, they didn't have surveillance cameras back then. So, yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it. Now,
the Fly is so important to the whole story. and how he's rationalizing this, and which personality is dominant and which personality is submissive, or are they both equal, or are they both competing to be dominant? So when you see the fly kind of takes all that anxiety away, and it's just like, look, I'm gonna fool them all. I'm not even gonna swat that fly. Well, what happened if you did swat the fly?
It's interesting. I like this. No, I'm told he kills the fly. We hear Jeff Goldblum go, "Oh no," and dead. You know what I mean? Like, so crossover film.
Oh, whoa. So wait, hold on a second. Are you
Now
telling me?
we do Psycho versus the Fly.
Yes. So the fly from Psycho gets away, it flies away, and somehow finds itself into a transporter pod
There you
with a
go.
naked guy, and they
That's it.
fuse their DNA together. There's our crossover.
Grundle versus. Oh my God! There we go. We got it.
The
See,
Brundleman fly.
I love this. See, we're coming up. All right. So all right. So that's my new ending. I want a versus movie. But here's what we have from the audience right now. Norman Bates has a twin sister, Norma Bates. That's interesting. Maybe a third
His
personality.
mom named Norma, though? Wasn't that the name of his mom?
But wait. What if we always assume people have dual personalities, right? What if it's a tri-personality? What if there is another personality we haven't unearthed out of Norman Bates? We only know the mother. You know, what if there is a third? I think that would be a very interesting twist. So,
her name is Norma Louise Bates. So that's her name.
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that would be very interesting. The Fly is Norman, right? No.
Yes,
it's Grumpy.
Well, I believe the Fly represents part of Norman that has been suppressed and overtaken by the personality of his mother.
All right. Someone said, "Who's the top?" I don't know. Clarify what you mean by that.
What do you mean, Shep? The top what? It was probably something we said. He hit it, and then we moved on.
The father, the head of the family, masturbates.
That's right. Man, see, we try to get away from it, and Nigel fucking brings us right back into it.
You dick.
There's got to be one of these.
That's what we
doesn't
get.
Involve a penis or a vagina in the story.
Okay, so anyways, so that was Psycho. Let's go over to the list and see if we can get another horror movie rewrite. Is there any that are
I've got the next one if we don't have one.
All right. No one suggested one, so let's go to your list.
All right, guys, here we go. Number 13 on the Screen Rant list of the best.
Somebody threw one in real fast.
Oh, that's okay. Do it. Let's do it. I didn't get to announce mine, so let's do it. Rewrite the
ending of Cannibal Holocaust. Better yet, don't even watch it. Oh, son of a bitch.
So again, make fun of me, but I have not seen Cannibal Holocaust.
I've watched it.
I can't comment.
It's
a
hard watch.
I know.
It's a hard watch, especially if you don't watch the PETA cut, because they show him killing the animals, and it is really hard to watch.
Oh, I'm out then. If it's like I don't even need to watch.
It's pretty much a snuff film for animals.
I don't do snuff films, so
yeah.
If that's what I thought, it was something else. If it's really truly a snuff film, I'm out.
No, it's not truly a snuff film. What it is the plot is good. It's just how they execute it. So basically, long story short, film crew is going down to a country to film. It's natives. They disappear. Second team goes in to find them and their footage, and they watch the footage. It's a found footage film. And basically, they sit there and watch the found footage of the first team who disappeared, and they watch how they pretty much like murdered a lot of the natives and all that stuff because they were assuming the natives killed them, and the natives get back at them for what they did. So
this sounds very similar to the Green Inferno, just a different.
Believe it or not, no. Funny enough, you say that. The movie they were shooting in Cannibal Holocaust is called The Green Inferno. The Green Inferno movie by Eli Roth was actually a tribute to that.
Gotcha. Green Inferno is fantastic. I don't need to see it a bunch of times. I've seen it twice. I'm good on that. But everybody should watch it at least once because the overall theme is that people who go out of their way to be seen doing good things, but don't actually care about doing the good thing. They just want to be seen, get what they deserve. So,
oh my God.
that's
So
all
there
I'll
is
say.
something, there's something, I'd give you a third good reason to watch it. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you watch it on Netflix, which I did, and it's on Netflix right now, I remember. You know, like how subtitles, some towns it'll be like music begins to play or creaking
Yeah.
floor, just to let you know something. So when the one dude starts whacking it, it literally says like something like masturbating vigorously.
Whoa. So it was descriptive in the type of masturbation activity.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I was like, all right, that wasn't necessary, but you
Okay.
know what? I get that they need to help out the viewer. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was the funniest shit I ever seen, and so, but anyways, so let's get back to the thing before we move on to the next thing. Rewrite Cannibal Holocaust. Here we go. What happens is it'd be really great after seeing that the people were truly the bad guys. The corporation doctors the footage and makes it look like the cannibals were actually the bad guys and killing them, and which would set up another movie where okay, now that we aired the special and our guys are the victims, we're going to send over a hit crew to go after them, and then the cannibals kill them Rambo style.
Ooh, now are we doing headbands?
Headbands, obviously.
Nice.
Basically,
I
think of it
assume
like
they have
this.
long hair because they're natives, right?
Yeah. Think of it
Okay.
like this. The second movie is Predators, or the first Predator movie.
Okay.
And the natives are the predators, and they're destroying everybody. And Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have a question. One of the people murdered by the natives, is he like a short, stocky fellow with white hair named Brian Dennehy?
He could be. He could
Okay.
be.
I
Yep.
might be in. Everybody loves fucking Brian Dennehy. I might be in.
If that's what brings people to the theaters, then that's what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on one second. You brought this on yourself. Let's go back to this. Between the okay, God,
everybody's bringing it back, man. Okay, here we go. Here's a real one, Michael Norris, right here. All right, we're in the last 10 minutes of the show, too, so let's fucking do this. And Michael, thank you for bringing this up. Jesse and I were actually talking about this earlier today. Also, I applaud Michael for being the only one in our comment section not recommending penises, vagina, hooking up, or whatever. And I realize I started that. I accept the blame.
There's 8 minutes left of the show.
On task.
There's 8 minutes left of the show. He could bring it up. Let's not.
He might be tricky. We'll see. So, Halloween. Loomis shoots Michael Myers. He falls out of the window. He's laying on the ground. Everybody's crying about the boogeyman, and they go outside, and he's gone. What happens next? And it can't be Halloween 2, because we already know what happens next in Halloween 2. So you have to pretend that there is no other Halloween movie. There will never be another Halloween movie. What's the ending of this one? When they look up and they see his body is gone.
Okay.
I've got a real easy one.
So plot twist. So
don't be doing no plot twist, man.
There's a plot twist. There is a plot twist. Are you ready for it?
God. M. Night Shyamalan. Here we go.
Here we go. All right. We have a ongoing struggle between Lori and Michael, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't ever get to the point where she lifts the mask up. Okay, so we've retconned it out. They fight. They get to the top of the stairs. They fight more. Now, Loomis shoots him again, shoots him, falls out the window. They actually get downstairs to see who it is. They remove the mask. You ready for it?
It's Old Man Withers who runs the haunted amusement park.
Ben Tramer.
No, it can't be Ben Tramer, dude.
Ben Tramer all the way. He was mad because Lori wouldn't give him the time of day. It was coincidental that he decided to do this the same night as Michael Myers. Michael Myers is actually in another town. Loomis fails as a doctor. He's like, I guess I don't know my patient that well. Then again, I've never talked to him in a while, so maybe fuck it.
Yeah, but didn't they hit the real Ben Tramer with a car?
Second movie.
Oh, that was in the second one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Why do I keep thinking that always happened in the first one?
because those first two movies, if you watch them back and forth, they blend.
Even though they're like years apart, and clearly all the actors aged in between filming them.
Exactly. The stress that Michael put him through for the first couple hours made him age. It
aged him up pretty quickly.
Yeah, the doctor's like, "Oh my God, Laura, he must have scared you so much. You look like you're 4 years older."
So I really like the idea of it being Ben Tramer. That's really good. My ending actually would have been a lot more simplistic than that. So they're in the yard. They're looking at the outline imprint in the grass of Michael Myers' body. You know, if you can imagine his body was like laying like that. I think his arm was like cocked to the side. Yeah. And then they go down and he's not there. So they're just looking at the like indentation. So at that exact moment, we rotate the camera so we're looking at them versus at their backs looking at the ground. We're looking at them head on, and right behind them just pops up Michael Myers right here. Knife, knife, knife. You're all done. This man walks away into the sunrise on Halloween morning.
God, that's a rough ending with a good
ending.
That's rough.
And to cap it off, you play the sad music from the ending of the Incredible Hulk TV show where he's traveling from town to town. There it is. There it is.
I'll tell you what, that is a very brutal ending. And
we don't need any sequels. We don't need any special editions. We don't need any reboots. This is a self-contained, one and done, lightning in a bottle film that would still be loved and revered today.
Still is. This movie's amazing.
And we wouldn't have a new trilogy bastardizing the character with shitty movies.
Let's talk, John, you have 4 minutes left.
Bro, I can't wait for the Dr. Evil death trap in this third movie.
We're 4 minutes into this. Let's not do this.
Happens in these new Halloween movies.
John, let's not do this. There's 4 minutes left. I don't have time to tell you how wrong you are.
You don't have time to tell me how right I am, sir.
No, I don't.
There are plenty of people in this box I am pointing to that agree with me.
I'm sure, but do they represent the box office?
It doesn't matter. The money does not determine quality.
I didn't say it did. I'm saying
stop.
Okay, we'll be Sarah. She wants to get on this soon. She wants to get in.
You got yelled at, man.
She wants to get because she believes I'm not going to defend it as good as she can. Which, by the way, she wants to be on the show when we talk about it.
So. Oh, we will. Oh, yeah. It'll be a fun show.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways. Here, Mike Norris said perfectly okay with that ending.
There we go. It was a non-sexual ending, and I'm glad that I could provide you a good ending. So, Michael's in Florida. He's involved in a hurricane right now. We wish him and his family well.
Oh, stay safe, my friend. Stay safe. Shep, we'll have to do this another time, The Last Mohican. When we do regular movies, we'll have to do that.
We can't, and here's why. And Shep knows. The ending to Last of the Mohicans is one of the most perfect endings ever filmed in cinematic history. Okay. It is a 10-minute whirlwind roller coaster ride of emotion. And it can't be changed or bettered. And anybody who has seen Last of the Mohicans knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Excuse me. I honestly can't believe Shep recommended that. I'm blown away.
He probably did to elicit a response. But here's Tom Cook's rewriting of Halloween. All the kids that were trick-or-treating surround Michael's body, and they start beating him to death with candy bags, Full Metal Jacket style.
So I'm good with that. But Tom, they would have to go to that creepy neighbor's house that makes all the children bob for apples so they could fill up their bag with like the pedophile apples and then beat the shit out of them with the pedophile apples. Jesse, have you ever trick-or-treated at somebody's house where they had you bob for apples and your parents were okay with that? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Bobbing for dick at that point. Jesus Christ.
You brought it. We're trying to get away from the dick, and you keep bringing it around, man.
Nigel did it, but he apologized. So
it was not me. Everybody was egging me on the whole time. It was all of you.
I'm just thinking your head bobbing. Never mind. Anyway, so okay, let's get away from it. I'm saying you brought it up. You brought pedophile up. Let's move forward.
Oh, wait, I got one.
She's got it. Okay.
All right. Sarah's got the last one. Sarah, which one are we doing?
It's Malignant, glorious Michael Myers.
Malignant, but Laurie's Michael Myers. So it's kind of like this entire time. Oh, that would be weird. That'd be weird. Like,
no. I like this. I forget the name of it. It's like that film that they did. Elizabeth Banks was in it.
The
Where
Uninvited.
where it was the one continuous shot film, and it ended up being the kid who thought she was somebody else, but it was actually her the whole time.
Yeah.
So we can do that. I like that. The multiple personality thing. That's been proven to work. So okay, I'm in with that. I'm in with that.
Yeah. No, that would be good. That's a good ending for Halloween. I think overall we all had great endings. We had the Ben Tramer ending. We had Laurie and Loomis get killed. We had Laurie and Michael Myers are the same person. We had the Full Metal Jacket version of the movie.
I think there was a sex ending in there somewhere.
Somebody probably did. I'm not going to lie to you. Someone, let me see if it's there. I bet it is. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, I don't. No one suggested any of that. Which, by the way, the producer cut of Halloween 6 has a banging plot. Which, if you guys haven't seen the producer's cut, just don't. It'll ruin the movie even more.
It's funny that version is actually worse than the original version, whereas more or less, like usually different cuts end up being a little bit better.
Nope.
But look, that's still better than this new Halloween trilogy.
John, we are in overtime. We can't talk about this.
I mean, because we kill Michael Myers and steal rooms with fire? That happens?
John, we'll talk about this. So people know when this is going down. Hold on. Let me pull my little handy dandy calendar.
He's going to get the release date. Here we go.
Hold on. I already know when the release date is. It's the 5th.
I don't. So you need to tell me. It's the 14th. Okay, sir.
I got to see what the Wednesday after. Is. Okay, so all right. So
we should do a watch party for that, Jesse.
I want to do a watch party.
That's on a Friday. We should totally do a Friday night thing.
Okay, so
okay, John, if you're gonna bitch for the entire movie, we're not doing it.
I promise you, Sarah, I will hold all judgment until the film is over.
Thank you.
Okay. So here's what we got. We have the 26th. 26th. That's when it's going to go down. So that's when we'll do our show. Well, or we can do the show. We'll do a live watch, or you want to do a live watch party, like after we watch it?
I want to watch the film together, and then the whatever day that is, the following Wednesday is when we do the show about it.
Yes, that's what we'll do.
So when does the movie drop? Friday the 14th?
Friday the 14th.
Then we should try to watch it that Friday or Saturday, and then we'll do the show Wednesday the 19th.
There you go.
There it is, folks. It's got something to look forward to. And yes, Sarah, I will be silent during the movie, but what comes out of my mouth when the credits roll, I can't control that.
Fair enough. Keep the heat packed, baby. Keep the heat packed.
Oh, yeah, I'll be sweating, too. I'll just be sitting there like, God damn it, I need to say something. It'll look like I need to shit. Like pouring sweat, man, just like an airplane. Like, fuck, man, when's this movie going to be over? I got to say something.
All right. Well, like I said, time will tell. We'll do that. For next week's show, we'll be announcing it on our page, so keep an eye on that. And as always, check out our episode. It's on Facebook. And also, we're going to be on Roku TV on Monday. And then YouTube will be on tomorrow. So we got a lot of options you can do. Live options. So make sure, first off, like and subscribe. Let the algorithm know that you love us so we can keep pushing out the good stuff and having fun with you guys, because we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us this fun evening. Like I said, you guys lit it up. Michael, thank you for joining us. Michael, stay safe, my friend. Stay safe. Shep, Nigel, Tom,
Reggie was on. Who else? Somebody else was watching in the I forget who it was.
Bill.
Oh, Bill Arundel was watching. What's up, Bill?
Bill Stone, thank you. You guys killed it.
And Bill Stone. Yeah, man, we had a full house today. Great job, guys. Thanks for steering our conversations, even though they seem to always go to dicks and penises, but okay.
And hey, if you guys got a good idea for a show you would like to meet for me and John to do, Comment. Let us know. We love talking shit. You're sitting at the grown-ups table. You're a part of this. So
all we do is talk shit, man.
All we do. All we do. That's it. Well, anyways, take it easy, guys. Have a good night. Until next time, I'm Jesse.
And I'm John.
And you've been sitting at the grown-ups table. Have an awesome evening, guys.